Hey buddy, 065 here, and today I'm going to be showing you a few items that Jordan has given me and so far that have been repaired. The first one is the hip Swing Snowman. If you remember in one of his reviews on GMA, it did nothing in general at some point. The problem was there was a wire off, a wire was cut from the motor which didn't allow it to not even activate or do anything. Replaced both of those wires in the motor and reconnected to the harness it has, and it works, and here it is. I cannot snap.
Merry Christmas! Better walk out, you better not cry, you better not pout, good golly gee whine. Santa Claus is coming down. Better walk out, you better not cry, you better not pout, good golly gee whine.
Yes, he has hip swing, it's just its clothes. Alright, next one is Friday Cat. This one originally wasn't supposed to get. I wasn't supposed to get this originally because beforehand, before I even went there, Jordan was going to originally send this to Bailey for repairs. But as the days got shorter while I was there, he ended up giving it to me, and of course, Jordan kind of regretted it because I was actually fixing it right in front of him. Like, he gave me a really odd look as if saying, "Why are you doing this?" But yeah, I fixed it up. It was snapped off the base, and of course, the head did not move or anything. Of course, Jordan had to refix the body years back with it, and I pretty much finished it, re-glued the broken piece of plastic that is securely attached, and of course, he's stitched up. So here he is. Batteries are not the best, and yes, the one eye is still out, but it's fine. Alright, next one is Santa Homer. This is the original, I guess you can call it Jobean exclusive. Because this is Jordan's first Santa Homer that he's had ever since he was a kid. And of course, you remember his head eventually broke off because of this gear in the neck that pretty much moves it from side to side. It was complete. It wasn't broken, it was slightly cracked, so which allowed the head to be pulled off and the mouth did not work because the wires got cut. I did my best to restore it. Everything works out now except for this arm. There was nothing I can do for this arm. This one is just permanently broken. Better than that, he works just fine. And here he is. Alright, here's another one. This is the Teal Toys Dancing Santa. Yes, I know he doesn't have his clothes on or anything, but yes, he does have the hat. Jordan gave me the hat for him. Pretty much the problem was this one eventually just stopped bending up and down. And what's it called? And it only moved the body, and then it just stopped moving because a wire came off. All I had to do was replace a gear. I forget what type of gear it is. I think it's like a 15-tooth type gear. I'm not too sure. I'm actually surprised I actually had a gear for it. But yeah, he works 100% now. Just gotta get most of this restitched up because the way Jordan had cut it, the collar of it is starting to detach from the suit. So I gotta get that stitched up and everything else. But here he is. Pretty much once he has his clothes back on, I'll do a little update on him. Another one is this snowman. Yeah, I could not get his legs to fit through his entire suit, so I'm going to have to cut the fabric in half just to get that and just re-stitch it up. Problems with this one was like literally in pieces. I really don't know what Jordan was trying to do at the time. Of course, he had a snapped leg, which was pretty bad. There was a wire off from the board. It was a negative wire. I had a bit of our time. At one point, I thought I fried up the board because nothing would happen until I finally found the correct connection for it, and it works. He will never walk, unfortunately, because there's no way to get into the feet because there's no screws unless I cut the actual shoe part open. But I don't have the blade for the Dremel tool. And what's it called? And the gear he uses for those legs, I don't have any of those. But one thing, what he didn't repair is that the side is like bobbing up and down motion. The little piece that makes him sway from side to side was broken, so I just had I couldn't glue it because for some apparent reason, what's it called? I just couldn't find the right form. So what I did was I found a long screw, put the broken piece onto the screw, and I just completely screwed the entire piece in place. So that part works. Sometimes it gets jammed because of the fabric. The hands would not move because apparently there's this gear, this little 8-tooth or 9-tooth gear that goes on a plastic shaft, which that little plastic piece ended up snapping off, and the gear would not allow the arms to move. Which, of course, I drilled a small hole, put a small rod, hot glue into place, put the gear through it, and boom. Now it does move the arms. So here it is. Yeah, I remember his head gets stuck from time to time. Okay, so the reason, like, if you didn't know, the head does move slow and fast. The reason it moves slow is just for the beginning and the end, but it moves fast during pretty much when it's dancing and all. Alright, so another one is Santa's singing magical boot. Shut up. Anyways, in this one, the problem with this, of course, this is Jordan's first singing boot, which he completely failed at fixing. No offense, Jordan. But I fixed up the mouth part, so that actually works now. The eyes, I really can't do much because it is missing the little flat piece. And yes, the boot is not original white. It's supposed to have a red leather type cloth around it. But here it is. I took it completely off, and I will be making new cloth for it. As you can see, where the main parts were ruined was pretty much around here. When Jordan was trying to cut it open, he pretty much just ripped it, unfortunately. So yeah, I'll probably be buying a new boot very soon. For now, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna buy some red fabric and just pull over him, and then I might try and see what I can do for the eyes. But yeah, this is pretty much what the boot looks like bare. But here it is.